Alrighty guys, so welcome one and all. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. We are going to be doing a live unboxing of a role player, Fiends and Familiars expansion from Thunderworks Games. So this is going to add in, obviously, an expansion to the role player game Fiends and Familiars. A second wave of monsters has arrived on the horizon. Enemy minions flood the countryside with pesky fiends in tow. To bolster his forces against the new menace, King Turan has ordered mythical creatures to serve as familiars to the king's guards. While these companions by their sides, the heroes of Nalos must stem the tide of Dragul invasion. In role player, Fiends and Familiars, players compete to construct the greatest fantasy characters. Now with the help of Familiars and the hindrances of Fiends, prove that your characters and your Familiars are the greatest champions of Nalos. Alright. It is from 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and above, and about 120 minutes. That's what they say on the box. Guess it depends on how fast you play, but let's see what's inside the box. We have our rule book, which is just 11 pages with a quick reference on the back. Final scoring and notes, solitaire rules. Hopefully the solitaire rules are better explained in this one than the last couple. Hunting minions, spending experience points, and monster combat. Play sequence, dice phase, game setup. Overview. Thick, rich color book there. And it looks like we have some more playing boards here. We have the Saurian, which looks like some kind of reptile type creature. So that's interesting. Of course, you want to keep all these little tokens that we're going to need. So he has -1 to wisdom, -1 to intelligence, +2 to constitution, and of course, both male and female versions of it. Alright, let's see what's next on the agenda here. We have the Vanguard, who looks like a race of wolf type creatures. Alright, let's see what they can do. They have +1 to strength, +1 to dexterity, -2 to charisma. Alright, let's just punch these out real quick while we're doing this. Why not? And male and female versions. Alright, we have the Shaki, which look like some kind of tree type creatures. I think this is all about the nature forces, races, I guess. With male and female versions. Alright, don't need any of those. What else is inside the box, you might ask? Well, let's just see. We have the Kaika, which are like bird type creatures, it looks like. They have -1 strength, -2 dexterity, +2 to wisdom. That's interesting. It's not very strong and agile, but very wise. Okay. Now, we also have the new... These are going to be your familiars. We have the Dagul Wolf, looking for a power level between 8 and 9. He is resilient. When you place a die on the Dagul Wolf, you may take a Dexterity or Constitution attribute action. So these will actually go on top of your player board like this. And you're going to be using dice to put in there just like normal. But you're trying to get between 8 and 9, so you can use some lower, like 1, 3, 5 or whatever, 2, 3, 3. So if you're stuck with some low dice, you might be able to put them on your familiar. Let's see what else we have here. We have the long-tailed Weasel. Sneaky. When you place a die in the long-tailed Weasel, gain 2 charisma tokens or 3 honor tokens. And if you use green, blue, and purple, it'll get extra points at the end of the game. And last, not last but not least, but we have the Silver Warthog. Brash. When you place a die in Silver Warthog, you may remove the rightmost die on any attribute row to the leftmost empty space of a different attribute row. Interesting. Alright, let's see. We got some more coming out. We have the Tempest Fox. 5 to 6 power. Crafty. When you place a die in the Tempest Fox, you may swap the face value of any 2 dice on your character sheet, including boost dice and split dice. So you can switch 2 dice. That's very crafty. Yes, it is. Then we have the Jackalope, which is 5 to 7 power. Sturduntipius. When you place a die on the Jackalope, you may take an intelligence attribute action. If the new face value is higher than the original face value, gain 1 honor. Oh, that's cool. We have the Scorching of Phoenix, which is power level 5 to 7. Regenerative. When you place a die on the Scorching Phoenix, if you have less than 4 gold, gain enough gold to make up the difference. He's looking for white, black, and green. We also have some more, which are the Ancient Tortoise. The Ancient Tortoise is time worn, looking for power level 5 to 7. When you place a die in the Ancient Tortoise, you may take an intelligence or wisdom attribute action, looking for red, green, blue. We also have the Wood Badger, power level 7 to 8. He's tough. When you place a die on a Blood Badger, you may banish a Fiend card. If you do, gain an XP. And last from this group is the Cursed Raven, power level 7 to 8, Haunted. When you place a die in the Cursed Raven, you may discard one of your market cards to take an attribute action. You may discard one of your market cards to take an attribute action. Looking for red, black, and blue. Oh, we got quite a few more of these to go through yet. We have the Horned Viper. We're looking for a power level between 5 and 6. Manipulative. That's what I meant to say. When you place a die in the Horned Viper, you may use one of your skill cards, even if it's exhausted, without moving your alignment marker. Well, that's cool. We have the old Screeching Owl, looking for a power level of 6 to 7. Keen. When you place a die in the Screeching Owl, you may change 1 split die to your character sheet to any face value. So you can change the split die on your character sheet to any face value, looking for black, white, and purple. And we have the Ice Bear. Looking for a power level 5 to 7. Hardy. When you place a die in the Ice Bear, you may increase the face value of any die in your character sheet by 2. Looking for purple. I'm sorry, blue, purple, and white. And it looks like our last group here is going to be the Shadow Drake, looking for a power level of 6 to 7. Inventive. When you place a die in the Shadow Drake, gain 3 gold or 2 XP. Looking for black, purple, red. Looking at the Flame Imp. Power level 8 to 9. Runeous. When you place a die on the Flame Imp, you may discard a card from the market to gain gold equal to its cost. Black, red, and green are the dice we're looking for. And we also have the Nalos Leopard, power level 5 to 6. Fierce. When you place a die on the Nalos Leopard, you may spend 2 gold to take any attribute action. White, purple, and red. So quite a nice set of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. I knew it had to be a number rounded by 3. We know that. We also have a bunch of baggies. We have some more baggies. Some more battle dice. Okay. We have the XP dice. We have the new split dice. So these dice count as multicolored. So this would be a purple and a blue. This would be a red and a black. This would be a green and a black. This would be white and a red. So now you can use these to try and help fill out your backstory a little easier with the different colored dice. But these only go from 1 to 4, not 1 to 6. So it gives you more variety there, but all right, and of course we're going to have some more goodies. Let's see what we got in the cards here. We have the new Affine Cards. And we have some more we have some more of the races or classes. We have the Centurion and the Fighter. We got the Hunter and the Sawslayer, the Beastmaster and the Tinkerer, the Scribe and the Templar, the Outlander and the Seeker, the Conjurer and the Magician, the Artificer. Oh, these are, right, so these are going to be our backstory now. So we have Artificer, Bookworm, Caretaker, Celestial, Chronologist, Capable, the Dreamweaver, the Haunted, the Investigator, the Split, Tormented, and Unhinged. So new cards there, plus some new races. Then we have some more of our minions. We got a Bat Swarm, Cockatrice, Crocodile, Giant Beetle, Giant Crab, Golem, Hillhound, Iceworm, Mimic, Mummy, Vile Dryad. And these are all level 1s. And for level 2s, we have the Doppelganger, the Drog, the Fungoid, the Gremlins, the Naga, the Sandworm, the Treefolk, the Triosaurus, the Wendigo, the Wereshark, the Werewolf, and the Wraith. So these are the new minions. Looks like we've got some more bosses here to fight. And we have the Cyclops for 1 player, Cyclops for 2 player, the Gorgon for 1 player, and the Gorgon for 2 player, the Griffin for 1 player and 2 player, Hydra for 1 player and 2 player, Leviathan for 1 player and 2 player, the Megapede for 1 player and 2 player, and some more play sequence and scoring cards on the back of those, or not on the back, but on the back of the player aids. And then looks like we got some more here. All right, so we got some more of these alignments. We got Marauders. Oh, these are the... Right, so these will be the monster things. Right, for some reason they're always intermixed in these cards. We have the Purist, the Deceiver. Don't. No. No, no. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Separate these out so you guys can see what we got here. All right, Deceiver, the Purist. Hydra. Megapede. Let's do it like this. It might actually... The Gorgon. Gorgon. Megapede. Purple. Gorgon. Purple, purple. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Just wanted to make sure I had them all in the right spot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's one on the table. 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. All right. Looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So these are all the monster attacks. Let's look at our new alignments. So we have the Warden, the Proponent, the Counselor, the Vagabond, the Misfit, the Agitator, the Recluse, the Heretic, the Swindler, the Loner, and the Abstainer. So you can add those in with your other groups of cards there. Let's see what else we have here. This is probably another group of enemies. See, Fiend, and then a little cheat sheet. Fiend. Another little card there. Boom, 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 boom. And another little like cheat to help you out. Well, the Fiend has a lot of cards. Why does the Fiend have a lot of cards? You might ask, because I don't know. Role player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the. Which one is this? This is the Leviathan. And the Cyclops. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Alright, so why does this one? Which is this one? This must be the Hydra, maybe. Oh no, these are the new Fiends. Right. So these cards are now going to go on the bottom of the cards. And now when you get the die that's on this card, you also take the Fiend and all of the penalties associated with that. We have, come here you. We have the Fiend of Weakness, the Fiend of Temperance, the Fiend of Misery, Fiend of Fury, Fiend of Constriction, Fiend of Chaos, Fiend of Stupor, Fiend of Vulnerability, Fiend of Judgment, Fiend of Feebleness, Fiend of Confinement, Fiend of Burden, Fiend of Sacrifice, Fiend of Treason, Fiend of Intrepiditude, Fiend of Deprivation, Fiend of Collusion, Fiend of Avardance, Fiend of Servicence, Fiend of Tuition, Fiend of Inflation, Fiend of Duress, Fiend of Commitment, Fiend of Blight, Fiend of Treachery, Fiend of Obligation, Fiend of Ignorance, Fiend of Coercion, Fiend of Denial, and Fiend of Arboration. And these will all give you some kind of adjustment. So the Fiend of Arboration, you cannot place die on your familiar row. So when you get the die that is on this card, you will take this Fiend, and while it's in play, you're going to place die on your familiar row, unless there's no other spaces available. Or you might have something like the Fiend of Denial. When you buy a trade card, you must pay double the normal cost. Oh my gosh. Ooh, these are going to be, yeah. So the Fiends are going to counteract the familiars to make the game harder for the players, obviously. And we got a few more of these cards based on how many players you're playing with. And with the new backgrounds with the little Fiends on them. That's cute. Alright, setup instructions. And whether you have Fiend and Familiars or both of them. How many players there are. So that's kind of a nice little card there. Gives you all the how many cards you use and blah blah blah. So that's kind of nice. Let's see what else we have here. We got a bunch of market cards. Let's see what we have. We have the Chained Fraud, Lever Curtis, the Mystic Gamberson, the Runic Bracelet, Runic Crown, Runic Siglet, Clarity, Scroll Restore, Charm, Entrap, Devious, Friendly, Resolute, Ancient Tomb, Glaive, Harpoon, Scabbard, Short Sword, Warlance, Runic Amulets, Runic Necklace, Runic Pendant, Brimstone, Domesticate, Exile, Examine, Manipulate, Sense Evil, Speculate, Subvert, Summon, Cruel, Exhausted, Relentless, Ruthless, Stalwart, Backpack, and Spike Shield. I noticed some of these cards were in the previous expansion. So I don't know if this means this is a errata card or if you now have access to 2 backpacks. It's a possibility. So, as you can see, quite a bit of stuff that comes in this expansion to add to your roleplay game. Lots of good stuff. You got the new dice. You got, of course, the new marking cards, the new classes, the new backgrounds, all the new fiends. You got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new monsters. You got a whole bunch of new minions, both level 1 and level 2s. You got some more of your dice. You got some more of your tokens, some more of these. And, of course, you got your new race boards, the Kayaka, the Shaki, the Vanguard, the Sarian, and what is it? 4 new map boards. There you go. Alrighty, and of course your rule booklet. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave us a thumbs up. Let us know. Leave us a comment down below. And hopefully you checked out our live playthrough last night, where myself and Tabletop Sports Delaware got together and role-played with the Minions and Monsters expansion and made up some characters. And it was a great time for one and all. So if you want to check out some co-op, we played co-op. We didn't play competitively. We kind of worked with one another to try and make 2 really good characters. We ended up getting just sort of our goal. Our goal was 70 total experience points for the group. Unfortunately, I let us down. Tabletop Sports Delaware had enough, but I did not. So we didn't quite make our 70. But we'll try it again better next time. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you all next time.